So, back in the day, I was a college freshman and I took this storyboarding class. It's exactly what you think it'd be story plus board. Anyways, we were told to come up with story ideas and we'd learn how to tell an original story through visuals. That was basically the gist of the class. Now, during this time, me and a couple others, we all had a block schedule, meaning everyone was pretty much in the same classes as each other, but when we went to class, we noticed someone different. Maybe his classes got switched or something, I don't know. But nope, this guy, who shall not be named, for privacy reasons of course, and not because I forgot his name or anything, he was the only sophomore in the class. Why, you might ask? 'Cause he didn't pass the class the year before. And the class wasn't even hard. The teacher even asked why he didn't pass the class. He said he wasn't fond of the last teacher. Like, what? I mean, what would happen if you retook the class and somehow ended up with the same teacher? What if you hated all the teachers? Like, you gotta pass the class at least. So then we thought, yep, he might not make it very far. Or at least that's what I thought. 'Cause, I mean, that kind of logic, it's a mandatory class that you have to pass to move on with your life. Like, literally. You have to pass that class in order to move on with the major. So, presentation week comes, and one by one we started presenting. And this is basically what the room looked like. Watchers here, talker there. Now, by this point, everyone pretty much knew what stories we all had, because we'd critique homework, and I just wanted to add that mine was pretty bad. It was like this sappy romance with animals, and it doesn't sound that bad, but it was, trust me. So, anyways, this dude, we had no clue what his story was since he never had his homework with him. Might have failed on that alone. I don't know. So he goes up, he starts presenting, and now you guys tell me if you recognize this. It starts off with a girl falling from the sky through the middle of a giant spiral staircase with feathers floating around her. A guy walking upstairs notices her falling and tries to catch her. Did you guys get that? Do you watch anime? 'Cause if you do, you might know where that's from. 'Cause it sounded really familiar to me. Too familiar. And that's 'cause it was. It was from Bakemono. Yeah, that anime. Now maybe in another school where no one watches anime, he might have gotten away with it. But this was art school, known for cartoon watchers and otakus alike. And maybe your occasional weeaboo. I mean, if you're gonna plagiarize, not saying you should, at least choose something that no one can recognize. And if that wasn't bad enough, his line art was copied exactly from the anime. And even if you don't watch much anime, that show has like one of the most unique style of art and storytelling. So if you're gonna do it, why not find something old and generic and maybe not choose the freaking scene that shows up in the trailer? Like, I don't know what this guy was thinking. So people started whispering, and my classmate, a guy who probably never touched anime in his life, had no idea what was going on. So I googled it, and guess what? That scene came up. The exact scene. So after he finished, someone said, "This looks like a lot like an anime I saw." Like, no duh. It's so obvious if you've seen it. And then we simultaneously turned toward the teacher who was in the back, and from there you guys can probably guess what happened. He gave the whole, "You had a month to finalize your storyboard, we've been working on this all semester, I'll talk to you after class" spiel. And since then, we never saw him again. Or at least not next semester, so we assumed he was retaking that class for the third time. If you had to take away something, it'd be don't waste money just to retake a class, or be fake and pretend you like the teacher and just get the work done. And in all honesty, I actually thought it was the most entertaining presentation. It was like front row seat at a movie, somewhat painful, but mostly enjoyable. So I hope you guys like that little story. I've been working on other portfolio stuff for school, that's why I haven't been posting. But if you guys want updates or random doodles that I make during my free time, why not check out my Twitter? Links down below. And well, that's it.